Hi, I'm Mitch Rzinski for REIT.com. I'm here in San Francisco for REITWorld 2013, NAREIT's annual convention for all things REIT. I'm joined today by Michael Halloran, President and CEO of NES Financial. Michael, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.
Mike, what trends are you seeing in terms of REITs and their use of 1031 transactions, and what do you expect for 2014?
So in 2013, the overall activity level within REITs doing 1031 exchanges, disposing of property and buying new property, has actually been up. So this past 12-month window, I believe we processed around $85 billion in 1031 transactions. So that's definitely a significant upward trend off of where it was only a year before. We expect that's going to continue as we go into 2014. We're seeing much more activity in the commercial real estate sector. There's much more in the way of lending. There's new development. There's just, it feels like it's starting to become a healthy market again.
And how do you see commercial real estate fundamentals, and what is the transaction volume likely to be like in 2014?
We see things picking up across the board. And I would say that's everything from Class A stuff down to, folks that are exchanging tilt-ups. Probably the biggest development that we've experienced directly has been the utilization of what's called EB5 to create an alternative, or actually an additional mechanism within the capital stack to raise capital. So EB5 is a program with the U.S. Immigration Service where basically if somebody wants to immigrate to the United States, they make a $500,000 investment. It has to go through one of the authorized regional centers in the country. And then if that investment creates a necessary number of jobs over a 2-year period, then they get to immigrate here and get permanent residency, et cetera. It ends up, this has become a mainstream source of capital now for larger developers. I don't know if you saw the cover of Fortune, a month ago when they were talking about related companies and their Hudson Yards project, largest commercial real estate development ever in the history of our country. They're actually using EB5 as a significant portion of their capital stack. Close to $1 billion is raised through this immigrant program. And for us, because of what we do with our technology and our underlying services and expertise, that's where we end up seeing some really significant growth. It's as this becomes more and more mainstream, there's a greater need for our capabilities to kind of administer the process from beginning to end. It's really more of a funds administration role. It's much longer term than just 1031 transactions.
And finally, you mentioned your technology. Your firm is on the forefront of providing tech-based solutions for complex financial transactions. Are there any new developments in the commercial real estate sector that you expect your products will need to address in 2014?
I think it's in the sweet spot of what we're doing right now. So there's nothing on the horizon that we would say, oh, there's a big hole that we're missing we haven't addressed at this point. What we've developed really addresses these complex financial processes and workflows, creating audit trails from cradle to grave on any project, and that's really more of a funds administration role. We're very different than kind of the traditional players in funds administration, particularly when you consider utilizing EB5 capital in the process, because there's such complicated regulatory requirements. There's very diverse oversight from both the SEC and the U.S. Customs and Immigration Service. And it ends up we have purpose-built technology to specifically manage that. As we've demonstrated with more and more clients, that technology, they've said, look, on the funds administration side of it, we could really use your help outside of EB5. This solutions that don't exist right now in the market. So for us, we're really excited about where it's going next year.
Well, Michael, thanks for taking the time today.
Thank you.
For more on this and other REIT news and analysis, be sure to visit REIT.com.